Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Carmen. Welcome. So out of all of the life path numbers in numerology, I always get the most requests from life path number, master number 11s. So master number 11s seem to have a lot of difficulty, more so than some of the other numbers. And they struggle a little bit more than the other numbers. And I know this because they reach out to me all the time to get more guidance and to get more help. So I recently did a video on guidance for master number 11s that are struggling. So you can check that video out if you like. I'll put a link to it below in the description box. And I also did a video on all of the positives and negatives of the master number 11 in numerology. So if you want to find out what the dark side of master number 11 is, you can check that video out. I'll put a link to it below in the description box. So let's talk some more about how we can make master number 11's lives a little bit easier. So often people will tell me that they wish they were master number 11. So this is one of the common things that I get from people. They say, oh, I wish I was a master number 11. Why can't I be a master number 11? And I always tell them, I don't think you know what it's like to be a master number 11. If you really knew what it was like, you might not be saying that. So it is definitely not easy to be an 11. You guys often will struggle, and that's because you guys are kind of working on more difficult degrees than everybody else. So if this is a university, everybody's kind of like working on a bachelor's degree, and you master numbers are working on higher degrees. So life can be more challenging for you guys. A lot of people don't realize that. So what are some things that you can do to make your life easier? There's a lot of things that you can do, master number 11. And so I'm going to go over some of those things today. The first thing you can do to make your life easier is not putting so much pressure on yourself. So master number 11s tend to have great expectations for their life. They want to do everything the best. Often, if things are going well for them, they will feel like it's not enough, like they could be doing more, like there's something else out there. For instance, I could be in an even better relationship, or I could have an even better job, or I could be living somewhere that's even better. They have these great expectations for themselves, and that's because they have lived many, many lifetimes before in the past. So they've kind of done it all. They're old souls. You would not have been given a master number in your numerology chart if this was your first lifetime. And especially if this is your life path number. You would not have been given a master number as your life path number if this was your first lifetime. So you have lived many, many lifetimes before, and you've kind of done it all. And so you've experienced all of these things. You know what it's like to have certain things. And because you've already done it before. And so because of that, you guys will have great expectations for your life. And often you will have an inner sense within you telling you that you were kind of meant to do something special and unique within this lifetime as well. Because one in numerology is all about uniqueness and being different and being original and being the initiator and taking the initiative and being the inventor. And the 11 has 2 ones in it. So it has the double energy of the number 1. So there's this double quality within you that's amplified to do something very unique and very different and very special. And you guys will have this pull and this drive to do that. And so one of the things that you guys can do to help take the pressure off of you and to make your life a lot easier is to just let it go. Let go of this need to have everything perfect in your life. So if we can let go of the expectations a little bit, that will make your life so much easier. Understand that you have everything you need right now. You guys have set the bar really, really high for yourself. You've set that bar so high. Most people would never be able to jump over that bar. Most people would never be able to do that. You've set the bar so high for yourself that it's almost like you've set yourself up for failure. The bar doesn't need to be so high. Lower the bar. And that way you are not setting yourself up for so much disappointment and for so much failure. Learn to be happy in the present moment and understand that you have everything you need already. Whatever it is that you are trying to achieve that you felt like you have not achieved yet, understand that the reason you are trying to achieve that is because to some degree you are hoping that it will bring you a sense of peace and it will bring you a sense of happiness. That's usually why people do what they do. They think that what they do will bring them happiness and will bring them peace. What they don't understand is that those feelings of happiness and peace, those are already within you. You don't need to have certain things from the external environment in order to feel those feelings. Those feelings of happiness and those feelings of peace and contentment, those feelings are already within you. And you don't need to achieve anything to have that and to feel those feelings. Those feelings already lie and live within you. And you don't need anybody's approval, and you don't need to achieve anything in this world in order to feel that way. You can feel that way even if you are lying in prison somewhere on death row. You can still feel that way. Those feelings are within you. And I guarantee you that if you're watching this, you are most likely not in prison on death row. So tap into those feelings that are already within you, and don't set the bar so high for yourself. Lower the bar. Understand that you have already achieved so much. Just being a master number 11, you've probably achieved more than a lot of people have. What you have already done is enough. You should be proud of yourself. You've come so far. Having this master number 11 as your number is already challenging enough. Most people would not be able to handle it, but you guys have been able to handle it. So you should be proud of yourself for what you have achieved so far, and take that pressure off of yourself. Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself so much. You don't deserve it. You are enough the way you are. And that will help you to live more in the present moment also, and to just be focused more on what is happening in the present. Because often when we have a lot of anxiety, it's because we are worried about the future, right? And if we have a lot of depression, it's because we're thinking about the past. And 11s tend to be more in the anxiety area. They tend to have a lot of anxiety, and often it's because they are worrying about the future and they are worrying about what's going to happen next. So they need to learn to live more in the present moment, not thinking about the future, not thinking about the past, but just living in the present moment and being happy and satisfied with what they have achieved in the present moment at this time. And once they can do that, they become such happier people. Their lives become so much easier. The anxiety goes away because they're not constantly worrying about their future and what's going to happen and if they're going to be able to do what it is that they came here and set out to do. A lot of that goes away. So that is going to be very, very important for you, master number 11. Another thing that will really help you out, master number 11, is cleaning up your diet. Now, this affects everybody, right? The way we eat. It really does affect the way we feel, the way we, react to the world. But more so for you, master number 11. See, what you don't understand is that you're vibrating on a much higher level and a much higher frequency than some of the other numbers. I've seen a lot of 11s that have a lot of anxiety, and they drink a lot of caffeine too because they think that this is helping them, but it's actually making it worse. And once they cut out the caffeine from their diet, suddenly the anxiety goes away, and they're not feeling anxious anymore, and they're not worrying about the future as much. They're more living in the moment, living in the present moment, which is kind of the goal for you guys, right? So try to eat as clean as possible. Try to cut out alcohol and caffeine from your diet as much as possible. Master number 11, you will see that if you can do that, that will improve your life so much more. Because like I said, it's going to affect you guys more than some of the other numbers. So just keep that in mind. Another thing you can do to help make your life a lot easier, master number 11, is to find out what your passion is. Remember, one of the things that you are supposed to do in this lifetime is you are supposed to do something that is unique and special just to you, because of that double one energy. One is all about being original and being unique and different. And so you guys are meant to do something very unique and special and different. That is all for you. And you are also here to master an aspect about yourself. You know, one is also the number of the self and the individual, and you guys have 2 ones in your number. So it's very important for you to find out what makes you happy and what it is that brings you joy. And the way you can do this is by calculating your soul's urge number. The soul's urge number in numerology is the number that determines what makes you happy and what brings you happiness, and it's your soul's calling. So if you can find out what this number is, that's going to be the key to bringing you happiness. If you don't know what this number is, I did a video on how to calculate your numerology chart. I'll put a link to that video below in the description box. I will also put some links below to some apps that you can use that will calculate your chart for you. But you need to calculate this number. It's a very important number because you need to find out what makes you happy. And once you find out what that number is, you will know exactly what it is that brings you happiness and what it is that is your passion. So you can use that and combine it with your master number 11 life path number. So you can do something that is unique and different in that area, whatever that is. So let's say that your soul's urge number is a number 7. 7 in numerology often represents spirituality. It can also represent intellectual abilities, anything where you're using your mind. So if 7 is your soul's urge number, then anything spiritual or anything in terms of using your mind is going to bring you happiness and it's going to bring you joy and passion. And that is going to be your passion. And it is most likely what you were meant to do that is special and unique in this world. So it's likely that with the life path number 11 and you were meant to do something unique and different, it could be in that area of doing something unique and different in terms of spirituality, or doing something that is unique and different to you in terms of using your mind, and doing something intellectual. And once you find out what that is by using this soul's urge number, the soul's urge number of what makes you happy, once you do that, then a lot of the challenges that master number 11 faces goes away, because you guys will kind of struggle and you'll go through these ups and downs, you know, these highs and these lows basically throughout your life until you have kind of figured out what your calling is and what you were meant to do that is unique and special in your world. And you know, once you figure that out by looking at your soul's urge number and figuring out what makes you happy, then those challenges and those difficulties, they go away and your life becomes a lot easier. And so these are some of the things that you can do, master number 11, to make your life a lot easier. It's not easy being a master number 11, but there are definitely things you can do. And so let me know in the comments below what your experience has been like being a master number 11, and what have you done to make your life easier with this number? What have you done to alleviate some of your struggles? Let us know in the comments below, because I think it could help a lot of people. If you want to book a reading with me so that we can go more into depth into your chart and I can give you more specific information as to what will help you in your life as a master number 11, you can book a reading with me. I will leave the information to that below in the description box. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And I would love to have you subscribe. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video today. I'm sending you light and love, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.